choice. Amazing. Rohan, what do you?
Sachin Tendulkar, irrespective of all the ups and downs in his life, he has been always, he's known as king of cricket, the god of cricket, because of his consistency and whatever he does, simple living and high thinking.
Great. Ashish, what do you?
Probably I will say a very untempered name, Kapil Sharma, because coming from a very humble background and my motto of life have always been innovation. I have seen him innovating in a space where nobody has gone, comedy. But as a person, as a personality, I think he has done a very good job for himself. So I don't, not as a comedian, of course.
Amazing. Rakshit?
I think Ratan Tataji, because of his, I've met him, fortunately, whom hosted him, and one of the inspirations that I take away is the impact that he wants to create in the society, and that has been always actually one of the inspirations for me to keep adding value to the society.
That's amazing. So now you all know who is sitting here. We have Virat Kohli, we have Sachin Tendulkar, we have Kapil Sharma and great late Ratan Tata. So amazing. We'll start with the session. First we'll start with Ajay and Rohan because you have been from the entrepreneurship. So what is that pushed you to take the entrepreneurial journey and what makes you feel proud about your initial period?
My journey as an engineering student, I wanted to get an internship done, maybe somewhere around North Karnataka, and so that I can get a very good job in an MNC, enjoy my Saturday and Sunday as a weekend. But when I got exposure to the world of startup, when I got exposed to sandbox startups, which was previously known, now they are renamed as Deshpande startups, I was pretty much amazed on the innovation what was getting created. People were selling with an e-commerce which I back then on 2015 which I am talking about, where e-commerce was a presence where paintings were getting sold online. There were wearable like the Fitbit that we use in, those were getting manufactured over here, the smart lighting automation systems. And the question mark, a bigger question mark came into picture was where am I? I know that all my colleagues are in part of engineering. The resume looks similar now. If I need to do something better, I should start working closely with them because they are working with a very small group, of people. That's where my journey started with working with 3D printing. I used to spend my late nights in helping a lot of electronics. I used to tinker a lot of electronics, similar like how 3 idiots. American works with a lot of drilling, he opens the fridge and said all things fall down. So that's how my journey started, which gave me very good traction to work as a CTO for Deshpande startups, where it gave a benchmark to set how an ecosystem of startup works. And that has took my journey to start Docketrun. And then I would say that from building a local talent, we are trying to serve the global market sitting globally.
Great. Can you quickly tell us something about Docketrun?
Sure. We are a company called as Docketrun Tech Private Limited. We work with manufacturing industries, similar like steel, cement, oil and gas, aluminium. So you can think about or visualize about the heavy environments and manufacturing, where around 4 people die every day in India. Around 12 plus accidents happen inside this factory. And we are working towards this cause to prevent accidents before it can happen with the help of the CCTV cameras which are out there. Now CCTV cameras are predominantly used for surveillance or theft-based purposes. So there is an intelligence which we add to those normal cameras, we give the life to it. So there is an intelligence called as AI brain which gets connected with these cameras and it's able to visualize what's happening inside your factory, how workers are working. It even talks to them in the language which they are comfortable. Like if they are based in Kannada, it starts speaking in Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, it starts speaking based on the human interpretation. So that before something goes wrong, something on a machine failure which happens, it starts alerting them so that there is no downtime, there is perfectly 24/7 the machine starts producing. And we also do very precision inspections, like you are manufacturing any type of materials. So we do a lot of precision inspections like scratches, dentils, variations, etc. And sitting in Hubli, we are working with clients like Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Hindalco, Arjas. Even we work indirectly with Indian Railways as well. Even Tata Hitachi. So not many of these industries with Pan India that we are serving and now expanding to Middle East as such.
Amazing. What a shift in technology. Can we imagine we have so much of potential if we talk about technology? Nice to hear that from you. Moving on to Rohan, over to you. The same question again. What made you, what pushed you to enter the entrepreneurial journey?
First and foremost thing, always was thinking with an entrepreneurship mindset. It is not becoming an entrepreneur which is important. Carrying an entrepreneurial mindset is very important. And as an engineer, I started my first venture when I was in second year of engineering. We used to import keyboards and mouse from China and sell it in a OEM brands. And then like that later, when China slowed down, we had to shut it. But later, Freshbox, I worked for corporate for 9 years. And at the highest level of MCX stock exchange, I was heading South India. And that again, always it was in the back of the mind, I want to do something of my own. And that triggered, I was dealing with a lot of farmers and traders. And how it is the trader who makes money, farmer loses money. Farmer sells at a low price, trader sells at a high price, and that is where he doesn't make money. And I wanted to give an edge to them. That is how the idea of Freshbox was there. We procured from the farmers and delivered it to the B2B like More, Big Bazaar, Reliance, Nilgiris. These are all my exclusive clients in Karnataka. So that was, COVID was one of the bad things which I was victim of it in both the ways and had to again shut it down and had to take a break of 1 year sabbatical. So then like I was thinking what to do next, and TIE was one of an enabler to me. In TIE I was like executive director for 2 years. And that also is an independent and entrepreneurial only, dealing with entrepreneurs. So journey has been always with entrepreneurs and along with entrepreneurship. And I got an opportunity from Suma Madam and Vinay sir. I was one of the first initial enabler co-working spaces in Hubli. We all hear co-working spaces in Bangalore, Chennai metros, but not in Hubli. And it was there since 2015 in Hubli. And as Ajay was telling, I was also part of the journey in Deshpande startups also. So that now iWorks has grown from Hubli to Bangalore and other parts of India also. Shortly we will be moving pan India. So always it is, I recommend the students also when I tell, don't think of becoming an entrepreneur, have an entrepreneurial mindset. Even if you are working, if you have that entrepreneurial mindset, you can grow big, you earn heavy incentives, you make good money.
Great. So it's very amazing to hear that have an entrepreneurial mindset. That's very must in today's culture. And moving on to Ashish and Rakshit. I would like to know at what point a startup realizes that they are ready for scale up. I know tier 2 and tier 3 cities are way behind as far as scaling is concerned, but there are many startups who are ready for scale up. So what is your take on how do they realize that they are ready to scale?
Okay, let me take a lead on this. Being a banker for many years and then working with a startup, I have seen that entire journey. What I would say, a startup, when the startup is in a POC stage. POC is a proof of concept. See, what is a startup? A startup is an innovative idea which has to merge with our current technology and then it can be scaled. That scale has to be sustainable and meaningful for a startup. So when after a POC, you start getting repeat customers, you start getting continuous query from your distributors, and you start getting a sustainable model which can be replicated to the masses. I'll take an opportunity to discuss about the startup where I'm working. We have been able to innovate a product which is in the space of pre-owned policies. Now, we are helping thousands of policyholders who have stuck with their investment and having a dead policy at their home. We are creating a secondary market of these insurance policies so that an investor can come and seek an opportunity to get a short return on these policies. This idea has been in POC stage, first of all. When we passed this POC stage, proof of concept stage, we came to know that this is being accepted by the ecosystem, and it is being accepted by all factors involved in the ecosystem, which is insurance company, policyholder and investor. So what I would say, post proof of concept, if you are getting acceptability in the market, you are getting repeat customer and repeat queries from your distributors, means you are ready to scale up. The second thing is, along with this repeat queries and sustainable repeat inquiries from the customers, if you are getting a governance model which is also supporting your idea and the concept, this is the time when you can see that yes, a startup is ready to scale. Thank you.
Amazing. That was a very good take on that. Rakshit, over to you.
Yeah, adding to the queue, what Ashish mentioned, so there's something called as product market fit, right? You have a customer who loves your product and wants to buy it free and also refer it to somebody else as well. So this is something which is a common phenomenon even in the regular business as well. The moment now founder realizes that there is a system that is in place and it can be repeatable, then is a stage where you can actually really take it to the next level. For example, let's talk about customer acquisition cost itself. So when you know that when you want to catch hold of a customer, the amount of marketing spends that you do, and it's going to be constant throughout a certain time frame, and it is not changing for a certain time frame again further, then I think at that particular time is where you should decide to kind of scale it. And now today, we're in a stage where we talk about hardware and software actually getting integrated. Challenges arise. So any hardware product really want to scale up, you need actually digital intervention. And I feel for anyone who's building any product, innovative product, especially on the hardware side, the moment you build your systems, dashboards, which can give you clarity, which can reduce the burden of a founder, and have a team which can actually work with clarity, is the stage where you should kind of really scale up that startup.
One more thing I would like to add.
Yes, Ashish.
You get a scale up, you get a startup which is ready to scale up when it is solving a structural problem, not a situational problem. If you have a solution which can solve, which can be given as a structural solution to the masses, then yes, the startup is ready to scale.
So can you also throw some light on what is one mistake that a startup do before scaling? Like they want to scale up, but they hold on themselves. So is it a mistake or is it to correct themselves?
No, I think it's the personally I feel many founders from tier 2, tier 3, right? They think that the company can be run by themselves. So they do the sales, they do the product development, they also do the marketing and finances. So they want to be basically a hero in the entire movie, right? So which is not the case. So when it comes to actually scale up, you need a big team. You need a clarity like which kind of role, who has to actually lead it, and you should also build the next set of leadership as well. So if you don't do that, then probably you're in a game altogether. So you have to shut the business, get into something else. So I believe the primary factor is the founder mindset, as Rohan always kept saying. So if you have clarity of what you're building, and with the team, only then you'll be able to do it. Otherwise, largely I've seen within 3 years, the companies just shut down because of one founder making that mistake of succeeded.
In my view, the biggest mistake probably startup does, and this is not a mistake, it is always learning what you do. Investment in technology at the starting phase of your startup, right? Once you are having a conviction on the concept, once you have conviction on the processes, once you have conviction on the acceptability of the product in the market, one should actually heavily invest on technology to make it sustainable and scalable in future.
Yeah, that's really well said. I'll move on to Ajay and Rohan again. What comes first? The priority should be scaling or focus on capital, customer or capability?
My perspective will be the first customer comes in place because he's the one who is giving money for the product which we are placing in, everything falls down on the scalability, the capex and everything. अगर पैसा आ रहा है तो आगे चल रहा है. That's where it proves that you are something rightly doing well. There is a product towards it which is solving the right cause and the right problem. It's not about that you have a solution and then there are nobody paying as such, then you have something doing wrong. You need to go back, reiterate and pivot. Pivot is nothing but you need to switch and see the different options altogether. For me, customer comes first. And are we really able to solve this problem and what scale that we are solving it? As an example, if the problem is able to solve maybe for 5 customers in place, then that's maybe you're not building a scalable as a model. It is going to serve thousands or lakhs together of the customers for the product which you are building and they have a pain problem to solve it, and that's where the revenue falls in, and then other things like capex, scale, expanding to India as your market might be globally as well, then you can expand by yourself. That's my perspective.
So as per you, customer focus is much more important than anything else. Rohan?
I feel the product is very important, because if the product is great and if the product is need of everyone, then you need not worry much on the scaling. It will automatically scale. So always focus on your product and build a niche, because iPhone or Apple did that. It was always a rich man's phone. So if you build a niche, probably anyone and everyone will come and buy it, and then it will grow. So don't focus on customer first, focus on the product, and then the customers will come.
I think both are important, focusing on product and customer. Both has its own advantages and disadvantages. But yes, you had your take, and this is what is the learning from these successful people. Go to Rakshit and Ashish again. What are the biggest gaps preventing startups in tier 2 and tier 3 regions for scaling? Gaps between metro and the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So what holds the tier 2 and tier 3 startups to scale as fast as a metro startup can scale up?
Okay, so what I believe, in metro cities, people are more adaptive to a new situations, new technology. They are more open for innovative ideas. It could be from their mindset of coming to a metro, staying there, and having a right company who can guide them that okay, how to judge on opportunity. Maybe in a scale to the 2 and 3 reasons, the adoption of technology at the same pace as metro is one of the reasons. Having a fear of getting wrong, having a fear of or not having the right company to get a right judgment on the opportunity available is second reason what I could understand, which is stopping some of the startups to scale in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and they are scaling more in metro cities. I can take an example of Amazon. They started in metro cities, they started delivering in metro cities, but a very later phase of their scaling, they reached out to tier 2 and tier 3 and they solved their problems of COD and other things as well. Hence, I think fear of exposing themselves for a new innovative technology in a 2 and 3 tier is the reason of not scaling them.
Okay, got it. Rakshit, to you, as you come from IIT Dharwad, that is CEO of IIT Dharwad, as an CEO, how can an institute better support a startup apart from funding?
Absolutely. Also, it connects with the previous question as
yes.
well. One of the key things that we've observed in this part of the ecosystem is that there are good startups like Ajay and Rohan who have built a system, and just because they will not get market linkages at the right time, they won't be able to really scale the business as well. Like the initial customers that Ajay might have dealt with, like the big industries like Tata's, right? When you go to their systems, facilities, you look at the infrastructure, you get motivated. The spark that gets created now has to be amplified. So, which is one of the major problems. Even the current institutional ecosystem also lacks significantly on this particular part. We do a lot of teaching at the closed doors, but somehow do not take this to outside world, give them the real hands-on experience in the industry side. Of course, the industry also has its own challenges where they are having their own systems which does not allow frequent arrangements of such kind. However, if you can actually really sneak into that particular model and if the industries are open, try to engage, give them more and more exposure. The other side is at the tier 2, tier 3 level, there's no dearth of talent. There's extremely good talent. I come from Athuni, and today I'm sitting in here as an entrepreneur and both as an ecosystem engineer, is because we've identified right areas at the right time and we've been able to capitalize on it. And that's what entrepreneur does, right? Capitalize on opportunities and then jump into it as soon as possible. So we are in dearth of actually right talent at this particular point of time. So when it comes to institutions like us specifically, what we're trying to create is an ecosystem that can enable all of this process. When it comes to an innovator coming forward with an idea, now we have infrastructures that can be utilized to build your product as fast as possible. If you be in Bangalore, you have a neighbor who can actually get you build your product much faster because he talks the same language. But here it is not the case, right? So here, which is where our responsibility comes in. As an institute, we will help you accelerate your product development. So we've created world-class infrastructure. This is all public fund, so anybody can come and actually utilize it at a subsidized cost. The second side is actually providing you with the market exposure itself, which is where we say that we will connect with industries. Next door you have Acres, which is having amazing manufacturing facility, which is gone IPO. Great advantage for us. Several companies coming in like 9 and some more. Like ADMs has been very fortunate enough to facilitate that entire journey. The third side is the funding side itself. So now you have so many grants and funding programs that are from the central and state government both acting as a catalyst in the initial phase. And also the academic level, there are funding schemes for any idea at the institutional level. So starting from 1 lakh to 5 lakh to 10 lakh as well, which is actually easy money now available for you to experiment. Nothing to lose at the initial phase, right? So at a larger level, we have pre-seed and seed level investment also through angels, the cluster seed funds which have come up. There's also VC level funding. Now India has actually shaped up from the investment perspective. Of course, there is a gap in the risk investment level, but still there is a good way that we as an academic institution can really help and enable that particular basis.
That's very true and very well said. We all know that there is a very huge gap between institute and the industry, and I would like to take this to Ajay and Rohan. With the gap of the technology, the practical knowledge and the fast changing AI in the industries, what are the challenges a startup faces to scale up with regards to the team members and employees?
In adaptation to the AI tools which are coming
Yes.
Okay. For us, in the world of AI that we are moving in and adapting to the products that we are building towards AI itself, I think it's fantastic because we are able to deliver the product at a much faster pace. I'll give an example of one of our employee who closely works. He does an entire product delivery, right from understanding customer's problem, visiting him, and also delivering in couple of days. It's all during the tools that he uses in. And these tools which are already there in the market, if I need to take in around 6-7 people, he says that I have my 6 agents working for me. So you need to pay for the AI tool, not for me. So that one person is able to deliver 7 to 8 people's work in just few days, which would have taken rather than a month. That's how the phase that we are working across, and that's why industry requires that fast adaptation, because the world is also moving to a digital adaptation in place, and industry specifically that we work in. I think AI tools are great, which helps us to strategize and also to use the lean product market fit, where we are able to scale on a larger perspective, where keeping the team lean in place. The profitability also looks much bigger on the customers that we acquire in as well.
You mean to say you have not faced any challenges with regards in your team?
It has really helped for us. There is other side also where people who might be building technologies might be in their layer, some of those other parties, but something which we have benefited a lot. We use a lot of tools. We have given the team a set of tools, I would say, where They have multiple people working for them in the background. One of the employee hits the gym and he says that if something updates, he needs to just prompts it and then the update is already pushed to the cloud and the customer is using it. That's the level of tool engine that we have interpreted internally with Docker.
That's really good. Rohan, your take?
Yesterday's 147 startups who participated. Of that, around 9 startups were of our college. And if I'm right, 1 or 2 have made it into the top 10. And the startups are really great. So what I tell the students, wherever I meet, like if you want to start a startup, start in your college days. Because I know that once you are out of college, there is a pressure from the parents, family and all. So they want you to get settled and get an MNC job. Parents generally start telling he is earning 50,000 and you are doing startup and you are not making money. So that causes a bit of a panic to the founders also. So what happens is if you start at the college level like Ajay started, anybody, successful entrepreneur, you tend to generally, if you are failing also, it's fail fast. And again, you become an entrepreneurial mindset, what I was telling. So if you start early, you get that mindset and you work in the corporate also with that mindset and you grow very well in your career. So it is never let me complete my studies and then start. No, you can start anytime, give some time to it rather than entertainment and other things you can ignore a bit for now and start your startup and then you can enjoy your life through.
I can correlate to that because it resonates because I also started from engineering days itself. Even if you fail, there is no much of a responsibility initially. Initial of that 1 to 2 years, if you try to fail down, you always have, maybe you can switch between the segments and try to see that, okay, I've tried my level best. If that things doesn't fall in, always you can go back to an MNC, whichever. There is no responsibility as such. But so then before that responsibility comes, we always have that layer of comfort where you can take an entire challenge, you can build locally or you can go to the respective metro cities. There's always 1 to 2 years of things which you love to do. Maybe your hobby itself can be an entrepreneur journey which can start in. I've seen those use cases as well with my colleagues of startups which they have worked in.
Yes, that was a good one.
One more point just I would like to make. See one thing, entrepreneurship journey is a lone journey. Team and other things will join when you become successful. And when your idea is, everybody is talking about your idea. But initially you have to persist with it and you have to make some sacrifices of your entertainment, enjoyment, trips and all those you have to sacrifice. Then only you will get that better fruit.
Yeah, that was a very good one. Now that the startups from tier 2 and tier 3 cities are definitely competing with metros, what is the mindset that is required for these startups to think global? This question is to all of you. Can you quickly make it within 30 seconds each?
I'll give a direct example of Zoho. Zoho started from very small village and they're able to compete with the global competitors like Google. That's one of the great examples that from the smaller image we can build a world-class product. The focus and consistency would remain what type of things that you are building, for why you are building and who will be your customers. That is been aligned in place, then world-class products will come from tier 2, tier 3 easily.
So you mean to say focus and consistency is very important?
And one more thing, it is always known that you have to be with 5 people who are more successful than you. Because if you are always looking at I am better than him, there are some people better than you. So I believe that if you are with more better people than you, you will become one among them. So always look at better people and try to learn. Every day is a new learning in startup journey. There is no fixed hard and fast rule in startups.
Thank you, Rohan. Over to you, Ashish.
Comes to the global aspect of it, of course it will entirely depend on the product. Right? If the product is local, of course you have to scale it locally, but it could be other way around also. Right? You can learn from global and you can implement here. Let's give an example here in this context. Now a life settlement, where probably we are in a pre-owned policy, life settlement is very popular in US, UK, Dubai. There are structured products available and it is being loved by investors. The same thing we are trying to replicate here. Right? So maybe there's one thing that yes, you develop a product, go global, but there could be other way around. There is something available globally, you can implement here locally in India and you can scale there.
primary factor is thinking big. Right? We have this tendency of actually thinking at the local level, Karnataka level, probably India level. Right? We never actually thought the problems existing here also actually global problems as well. So, in my opinion, if you are able to think big, like one of the examples is the Sony Clamp headphone company, right? Today, it is actually building high class. The hearing capacity that the hearing feel that the headphone company itself provides is actually much more competitive than companies like Bode or Sennheiser, right? So now we never thought that another startup which is going to revolutionize the music industry itself or the audio industry itself. So, and this was actually done in Hubli, being in Hubli, right? So if you think big, naturally the entire world actually kind of conspires itself to make this product go global naturally. Of course, there are other factors as well, but I feel personally that thinking big matters significantly. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi also mentioned this: knowing is crime, right? So you should always have high regards, high aim, so that you can hit big globally and still be able to compete with global leaders as well.
That's very good inputs from all the leaders sitting here. Now we have lots of startups sitting here and they have participated in the pitch competition organized since 2 days, and the finals also is in the process. So from all of you, what is one do and don't you would like to tell them for their startup future and scaling?
Okay. Any startup which is working on any technology, don't create solution first and start looking for a problem. That's a wrong way to do it. Do a very market research study, why the problem is, how much of the market it is, what scale that you want to do in. Is it specifically being tier 2, tier 3, or you want to go to tier metro cities and globally as well. I've seen most of them, because since they are tech enthusiastic as such, they would like to first building the solution first and then try to retrofit the problem, which is the wrong way to do it. That's one of not doing it. Second point is mainly towards a lot of customers which they interact in. They might say, if you do it or they give this me type of solution, then I'm ready to pay for it. Rather than that, you should say you should pay me for the paid pilot, because nothing comes from free, right? Your efforts, the efforts which you're going to put in to develop that particular product will take a lot of time, right? And your time is also running. So if the customer is ready to pay for the product, also you need to check that is my first customer is ready to pay the product, are my subsequent customers are also ready to pay. Sometimes what happens is, since if customer A tells that I'm ready to pay, even if it transacts it when creating that product, maybe that might get slowed down after that customer itself. As an example, I correlate to my segment itself. The first customer what we got was Maruti Suzuki. By sitting in Hubli, we got Maruti Suzuki for working closely with retail customer. One of the problem that we did, we thought since Maruti Suzuki came into our customer portfolio, everybody will have a similar problem, which was not. And that was a very strong understanding that we got in, that it's not about the one customer or two customers. It's a similar problem is available for all the customers, and that's where we start building the product in place. And you should sit closely with customers and build this product. It's not about you sit in your office, maybe have a few interactions. You should understand the core level of it. The industry that we have worked with, I've spent most of my time working very closely with HODs of maintenance department, process department, and understand that core level of where the raw material comes in, until then where the product gets delivered as well, and all the gaps in them. So that we're trying to intervene wherever the products are in. So that's how you need to be laser focused, and these are around do's and don'ts from the learning perspective what I've got.
So I will take it as do a proper study and don't go with the flow. Rohan?
And one more thing, which yesterday I was saying in the pitching competition. Some people opted for closed door pitch. Some people opted for open pitching. Friends, don't hesitate to discuss your idea with anybody. It can be a lame person also, because you get the perspective of that person and you can inculcate whatever he feels in your product building. Many a times we hesitate. If I tell my idea, he will copy it and he will start his own business. There is nothing big in idea, it is in execution. So if you can execute it better, you will be the winner. Like Uber started first, Ola copied and executed in India. So both exist today. So it is as simple as that. Talk to as many people as possible and discuss your idea.
So don't hesitate and do execute, right?
Yeah.
There could be many do's and don'ts. I am just selecting some of them. For do's, choose a sector which is unorganized and can be organized, and which can create value for all the parties available involved in the ecosystem. So this could be an do. A don't, whether I will focus largely, listen to competent people before starting the venture, don't listen to them after starting the venture. So have a say before you start. Have your research, everything with competent people. But once you start the venture, once you have a conviction, then even don't listen to the competent people. Just go and have a firm belief on your idea.
That's good one. Rakshit, over to you.
Simple, don't overthink, do it now. Right? So that's the formula that you should always go with, because the degrees probably won't give you a certificate. It will give you some sort of knowledge, but then when it comes to building ideas, you have to just jump into it. Figure out, make a list of actually problem statements, validate few of them if you can as soon as possible, and then you think that this can work for me because I am passionate about this. Pick it up and do it. And many cases I've seen even in my actually education days, right? So I took an idea to an incubation center, they rejected my idea, and then I did not stop there. I said, it's actually good that I have figured out this problem statement. I know there is a customer who can pay me for this. Let me just execute it. So we executed it, and we were able to cater to US market, right? And that is possible. So do not hesitate, don't overthink, just do it. And this is the right time to do it.
Just do it and do not hesitate. That's a good one, Rakshit. Now we open up the questions from the audience. Anyone who would like to ask questions to any one of the panelists, please come forward. Can we have a mic to the audience? If someone wants to, yeah, I can see a couple of hands going up.
Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sir, my question is to Ashish sir regarding this fixed income product innovation. Sir, the biggest challenge everyone in India is facing, especially those who are very near to retirement, is regarding this fixed income only. Because bank interest rates are coming down, but many people are hesitant to put the money into the market because the market has become very volatile since last 2-3 years, as you know. So, what kind of innovations are going on, if you can throw some light so that every retiring person who are very near to retirement like me will feel comfortable. Thank you, sir.
You are hitting a note where I might sound like a salesman, but thank you, sir. I'm just trying to tell you, yes, you are completely right. This space of fixed income is missing out complete innovation. Once you go a fixed income product, you are always being told either a bank FD or bonds, debentures. They are all taxable as per income slab, and for retirement people who wants to have a cash flow, maybe in a shorter and longer run, it is very difficult to sustain 6 and 7% of return. I would मैं आना तो नहीं चाहता था, but I need to come to the policy exchange here. We are trying to create a asset class which is depending and which is based on pre-owned policies, right? Here our simple, it's a long thing to explain everything here, but I'll give a very simple example of it. You must have seen distressed property sale, you must have seen distressed car sales by banks, where these assets are available at a discount once you get them in an auction from the banks. Similarly, we are trying to create a secondary market for pre-owned policies where all the policy holders who have stopped paying premium but has a value in their asset, in their policies. We are trying to find out investors through our portal and attach these investors to these policies, and they continue these policies for the policyholders. And the death cover also revives for the policyholder in this. But the biggest part here is the investor gets an opportunity to earn up to 12 to 13% as an assured return. And when I'm coming to assured return means there is no market risk involved, your capital is completely protected, and in certain cases it is tax free also. So if you have come to a product, we have been able to innovate a product where you are getting an assured return, which is tax free and which comes with the capital protection, which is the biggest value for any person who is getting retired, especially.
Any product is available right now on your
That's what I'm saying. If I go into detail, I might look like a salesman here. Yes, you can visit our website, which is the Policy Exchange. All such opportunities are listed there. You can go and you can opt for it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You will get only limited advice from the professionals here. So they are available throughout the day. You can offline discuss with them.
This is a great place for connections as well, so you can actually connect afterwards. We will be entertaining 2 more questions. So, who's the next? Yes, please.
Sir, thank you very much for the wonderful discussion in the panel. Sir, I am Gajanan Das, Business Development Manager from Opponent Technologies. So, you very wonderfully discussed about the entrepreneurship mindset and everything. Sir, I want to know if any startup, there are many young startups who are sitting here, if anyone wanted to start the startup, what product is it choose? Because what product it may work for you, it may not work for me. What may work for me, what it may not work for others. So because in this copying stage, we usually the startups pay. So others are earning, I am also earning. So how to understand this, and you can please explain, anybody can explain. Thank you very much.
Okay. I think Ajay told, don't look at the product or solution, you have to look at the problem. What problem is close to your heart? And what is that you want to solve? What is the expertise you have to solve it? That can create a better solution. There are many ways, but what is the best solution you identify and you solve it, then you will be the winner.
Also, to add to that, what I would recommend, currently looking at the global scenarios, right? It's completely dynamic market. I would recommend somebody who is building from tier 2, tier 3 or even from the metros to start something in deep tech, which is actually your hardware side. We talk about AI in the morning. We're also talking about defense, biotech, which is actually going to be booming in the coming days. So we have our own actual niche areas where we can actually pick up these problem statements from these sectors and then solve there. This is going to be also actually advantages because it can go global. So that's the way you should try to look at it.
So basically it is like the startup idea comes or emerges from a problem statement. So most of the startups you see, they come up through seeing or experiencing some problem statement, and that is how you can take it further to the customers. One last question.
Yes, sir. Sorry, but this is going to be my question to you. My question is for Mohan sir. What's your deepest fear? This might not be an easy question to answer.
Can you repeat?
What's your deepest fear?
See, one thing actually, before you start, it is the fear of failure. And like, what if I do? What will people think? What will people talk? But again, these failures are the stepping stones. And it's not that I am day one from first venture I have been successful. I have failed and then again recreated. So it is the success lies in recreating and again bouncing back. So never fear for startup, never fear for entrepreneurship. It will improve day by day, year by year, and you will be successful someday.
So can I say one comment?
Yeah.
My name is Swapna. I was listening to the panel. It's very interesting. But I had one observation, if you don't mind. I think we Indians have a feeling of, I think we learned it from the British, we have the master-slave relationship. We always see tier 2, small town, this thing. I don't think so we should think from small town or metro. This is all, it's
startup is a startup anywhere. I guess, Rakshit, you spoke about
Absolutely.
but we are so conditioned. The neurowiring is so hard. We learned it from British. Maybe Macaulay taught us that. We forgot Bharat, we remembered India. So my humble urge to all the youngsters here is don't worry about small town, big town and all. Wherever you are, or a village. I think you gave this whole example. It's important to come out of that mindset.
Very well said, sir. I think the entire globe is open for you. Don't think about tier 2, tier 3 metro. So keep going, do the best performance and see that you succeed in the coming days. Thank you so much for highlighting that.
Sir, you are completely right on your observation that until a starter doesn't have a headquarter in Gurgaon, Bangalore or Mumbai, it is not being considered a startup. So yes, you are right. We should come out from the mindset. As we are coming out from the mindset of the British era, Kartavya Path. You know, the name of all the buildings are also getting changed for the government department. Yes.
The times are changing now. I believe now the final takeaway for all the startups here was to think global. So the market is wide open.
It's one of the fears that many people have. So that is changing now. So Mumbai is also becoming very equivalent to Bangalore ecosystem now. We already have so many companies coming up. So that's definitely well taken. We should change that particular mindset.
Yes.
Not talk about tier 3.
One thing which I want to add on is Silicon Valley, whenever somebody fails over there, they celebrate. And over here, we see it in a different perspective. This is the mindset that we need to change.
That's an experience in its own way. So I take this opportunity to thank our panelists on all your behalf. They have been very kind to take all the questions, answer them very properly, and I believe you have got lots of learnings out of this session. The panelists will be available here. You can interact with them offline. And thank you so much, Rakshit, Ashish, Rohan and Ajay. And it was a great experience. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to moderate this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you to our distinguished panelists for such a powerful and practical discussion on moving from startup to scale up. Your insights, real world experiences and strategic clarity has given us not just knowledge but direction as well. Let's give them a big round of applause for sharing their journey and wisdom with us. I would like to call Sanjana Mahendrakar ma'am to felicitate all our panelists. along with the mementos. All the panelists, please come with the mementos so that we can take a group picture. Thank you so much. Delighted to have one more guest with us, Shri Rajendra Kumar, BE MTech pursuing PhD in the field of engineering at VTU in CSE department. Previously worked as assistant professor at SDM CET, presently working on AI-based educational tool for personalized learning, catering to students from school to undergraduates. Motivational speaker, social worker in the field of education and among students. Holding the responsibility of implementing Akkapade project throughout state of Karnataka, Women and Child Safety, Akkapade Karnataka State Level Project Advisor from Department of Women and Child Development. Felicitate ma'am, I would like to call Sanjana Mahendra again on the stage. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause.
Thank you IBMR group of institutes for recognizing our work and honoring me today. I don't know many of you know about the Akkapade project, what we are doing. It's from actually collaborated Home Ministry as well as Women and Child Development Ministry come together for this project. Akkapade, in Dharwad Hubli, you will see one pink vehicle from police which keeps patrolling. it is for women. It's a Akkapade is a force, police force, where a police woman is like a Akka for you, who will be protecting you. Normally, in rural areas and even in cities, many women are very hesitant to go to police station if they have any issues. Even just for a passport verification when we have to go, we think twice. So for many issues, normally women suppresses or keeps the problems within herself because it gets difficult and challenging once you step onto a police station. You know, there will be society which is judging you. All those mindset definitely we carry, even if it's not happening, but still we are fearful. So Akkapade is a team of police who comes to your doorstep if you have any issues. If you contact 112 and say, please send Akkapade, they come to you. They are like your sister. They'll listen to your problems and see to that without as much as possible not doing FIR. Try to solve your problems, keep it confidential, and you may not have to go to police station for any issues. So we started this initiative in Bidar. My husband is Bidar SP, Pradeep Kunti, and I used to go along with Akkapade team and used to work in several parts of Bidar and Gulbarga, which are like backward areas, very rural areas where girls need help. So we started this initiative there, and the state government recognized this and wanted us to implement this across the state. So we now have implemented it across all the districts of Karnataka, and we have one big vehicle even in Dharwad. And I'm from Dharwad, and I feel very proud that for women and child safety they are able to do this. Not only this, even the Akkapade team will be coming to your institutes and colleges and empowering women and talking about their rights and issues they have, as well as train them for self-defense, so that in any kind of situation where they have to be by themselves, so they can protect themselves. So this is the initiative we are taking forward, and we'll always, the women out here, you need any help, we are there. And I saw in the panel, always when I go and speak, I'll see how many women are there across. So, next time, whenever there's a panel, I think I want to see some women out here, and I want to see many women come up as leaders and run your startups, become entrepreneurs. We are multitaskers. Trust me, we can do better. Yes? So to all the women out there, I want to see many of you coming forward and being successful in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And now it's time for that part of the summit where we are all ready and all set to listen to the startup pitches. So are you all set for that? All ready? All right. So as we all know that for Finnovate Summit 2026, organized by IBMR group of institutions, we have arranged a startup pitch competition yesterday, and where 147 startups have participated, out of which 10 are selected for their pitches. And yes, top 5 will be coming now, but before that, for judging them, there's a jury aligned. So I would like to call all the judges on the stage with that. Dr. Chandrasekhar Korpala, Associate Vice President, Syngene International Limited, Trustee of AIMS IBS B School, Bangalore. Please give a big round of applause for Dr. Chandrasekhar Korpala. Next, I would like to call Hemant Kumar K.J. Sir, Trustee of AIMS IBS Business School. Hemant Kumar K.J. Sir. Satish Narayan Swami Sir. Satish Narayan Swami Sir, Trustee of AIMS IBS Business School, Bangalore. And now I would like to call Venkatesh Arakeri, Director of AIMS IBS Bangalore. So, as we have all the four juries here with us, we would like to call the startups who are here for their pitches. But I would like to tell all the startups who are giving their pitches, you will be getting 5 minutes of time for your pitch, 2 minutes for winding it up, and then there would be a question and answer session. So first I would like to call Techno Intel. Techno Intel. Please give a huge round of applause for Techno Intel because this startup is selected from amongst 147 startups who have participated in the competition yesterday. It's a request to all the participants from Tableon, Speed Math and Kabaddi Man. Please come nearby the console, near the stage, because you guys are lined up next. Alright, so here comes the first pitch of the day, Techno Intel. Please give a big round of applause for Techno Intel.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Prabhu from Techno Intel. Basically, I am a Hubballi Huduga, but settled in Bangalore from last 25 years. Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you. So on behalf of Techno Intel, I am here to present our pitch. Thank you. Thank you. So basically, we have set up this Techno Intel as a company to establish as a lighting consultancy over a period of time. What the problem we are solving? The problem is the amount of energy India produces. 20% of the energy goes towards lighting, right? And what is happening today is that lighting means LED is what everyone is thinking of by default. Happening, right? There are ways when sodium vapor lights, where they are all gone, now LEDs are coming in. So what is happening with the LED is that there is a heat dissipation mechanism which is not handled properly, due to which the fixtures are getting failed. You might have seen, just you step out from your house, you see the lights flickering or the lights not giving enough illumination, and you end up replacing again and again. What many of you know or may not know is that these fixtures have a rare earth material also built in using it. And what I have put some of the examples is what I have taken from the well-known, right, from across India, Guwahati to Kochi to Ahmedabad, all issues with the LED fixtures. So what happens with this, right? Because most of these fixtures are handled unscientifically, due to which the environmental impact is huge. Because the rare earth material, when not handled properly, they create a lot of environmental impact. I have listed here. But there is also financial impact. If you are running an industry or you are also from a municipal corporation, there is a huge amount of financial impact, because you have to stop the production just to replace one fixture. So there are a few guidances what for a manufacturer and what for the buyers need to change. We as a group of 5 technocrats coming from a diverse set of experience. I come from a software industry, work for Accenture. Mr. Chandrasekhar coming from the pure R&D, spent 30 years in lighting, and like Mr. Manoj coming from the Crompton and Greaves marketing head of the country, and after that he had set up his own startups successfully, and then we decided we come together and let's solve this problem. So as an outcome, I'm directly jumping to the summary what we have done the last 4 months. So we have developed a set of fixtures which are designed for longevity, which are designed to give more energy with the life input. And what we know is that we should not only stop at the fixtures. We have went ahead and designed the sensors and designed the software, because this is a value-added layer. Once the fixtures are sound enough, which have a long unit, then we have to bring more additional layer which can extend this life of these fixtures. And yes, by virtue of our experience, we also provide consulting in the area of energy audit and the consulting and commissioning. What happened in the last few months, right? Because we started from September 1st of 2025. In the last few months, after designing these products from our own R&D lab, we started advertising this via various forms like IMS, India Manufacturing Week, India Energy Week, and also, right, tomorrow there is a Shark Tank Solapur. I am into the round number 3. And because we are started discussing about it, there is a various opportunities come, and these are our clients coming from North India to South India, and some of them are interesting features, some of them our own from Nanopix here. They want to solve one of their peculiar issue, which is troubling their cache sorting issues. Right? They want to see how a lighting can solve the problem. And yes, we are equipped with responding startups, and also IIT Jodhpur has come forward to incorporate incubators. What is happening, right? That's what important to say. What we decide to that, we build a fixture. By default, they are designed to last for 5 to 10 years. This means we are extending the longevity. It also means that maintenance is less. And due to mean that, okay, the rotation of these fixtures are slowing down at least by 30% or 60% rather. There are some architectural principles which I have explained here. Basically, the LEDs fixtures are designed or say very sensitive for the heat temperatures. That you are able to address with your own in-house R&D, and which is going to be patented. That is the first part we addressed. So some of the fixtures, some of the particular technology what we use here is the formula array chip scale packaging, what we call. This is a completely a different type of fixture, unlike the individual LED what you see. Then we also focused on the induction line. These are something which gives the 10,000, 1 lakh hours of to say 5,000, 50,000 hours of life. We also did a good amount of interventions at the each component level, so that the components are not used to their maximum level, but used at 60-70% level. That's what the R&D we are making, so that the fixture as a whole extends good amount of life. This is one quantitative comparison which I have made to compare that what if you buy our fixtures and what you buy end up in the regular market, what is the differentiation going to be over a period of 5-year horizon. Coming to the revenue model, you have seen the client interactions what we are doing it. Our objective when we started, we wanted to start with a hardware-led phase 1 first, then followed by the sensor and the software, which is designed for the municipal corporations, where you can control from like a BVP office kind of thing. Then, yeah, sure. But what is happening is that these phases are coming intermoving, and we are able to cater to all the 3 parts. Basically, I am here now looking for funding up to 3 crores, and good amount of that funding is required at the R&D and then marketing phase. We have ourselves already invested in lab, and the additional support is required from the external sources. There are clear milestones for the next 6 years. The first is whatever the results coming from the R&D lab, we want it to be certified by the external certificate. That is our first milestone. And there are a few other milestones like getting the pilots done, where the clients speak about the numbers, and then go to the market. These are some numbers in terms of the projections, and maybe I will stop it here and open for any questions.
I have a question on this. You said you are going to reduce the rare earth element 60%, right? Are you still using some of the rare earth elements?
Yes.
What is the alternative?
That is a long-term R&D we have to do it.
Okay.
In terms of by extending the longevity, we are able to reduce the churning of the fixture.
But you are still using the same?
Still using.
Okay, that's what I mean. So it's about because you are increasing the
life of the
so you are indirectly you are taking rare earth.
Yes.
The second question is, so I see your pictures actually, what about household actually? Are you going to household or lamp server?
It is going to be these are the street lights, industry B2B, mainly designed for B2B and municipal corporations. Street lights, highway, floodlights. This is where most of the power gets consumed today.
So you're not focusing on that?
No, we are not there. We want to focus on the B2B and municipal corporations.
Hi, I'm Satish. I have a couple of questions. At what level of production do you think this will be a financially viable, competitive version to the existing LED lights?
A good question, sir. So what we did is that so far, these pictures were getting produced from our own R&D lab. But we want our R&D to keep not then use it as a regular production assembly line. So what we have done now is that we have started speaking to some of the people who are well known for doing a mass production in the lighting area. What we are doing is that we will supply our design, our architecture and our certified components, and they will mass produce for us with the accepted testing. That's what we have done with our partnerships.
Okay. So how do you compare the cost of this with the regular LED lights for the same company that's going to plan to work on your design?
It may look initially, I think that's what one of the points, it may look initially as a premium compared to what the cost sensitive products which are available in the market. But over a period of longevity, right, the energy savings what you do, our objective is that the client can gain the ROI within 2 years of the spec by saving the energy in their place.
What is your current status of the patent?
We are writing it and we're going to file soon. There are two distinct ideas we have which we are sure we will have a patent. That is going to happen.
So I was also looking at your various models. Do you have a limitation on the size of your LED panel as such? What's the size that can, maximum size, minimum size? So instead of individual ones, you are looking at a panel as such, right?
There is no issue as such as the size. For example, right, these are something which you are manufacturing. These we can design for 75 watt, 150 watt, even 200 watt. These are based on how we want to design. And then once this is the core component. And this we have the industrial lab which is also designed for different kind of requirement. But we can load any kind of get any kind of wattage from this instrument. So not a issue. Actually, today's the LEDs are failing beyond 200 watts. So if you see more issues because more the wattage, more the heat generated at a very faster pace, and that's why their failure rate is high. Actually, we should position ourselves that we are better compared even with the higher wattage.
Okay.
So Raghavendra Sapinta is getting the crowd must appreciate Raghavendra's product and companies deserves a round of applause. A great product that we have. Yes, must appreciate the team strength, have deep experiences. Okay, probably would like to understand the market size for this product.
Here's the market size. So his market size is 15 billion USD market because lighting is one. There are two types of light. One for lighting. One is whenever you are setting up a new plant, and every 5 to 8 years, what you are seeing is that industry wants to modernize their plant, and lighting obviously also becomes the part of that modernization. So there is a activity. So totally 15 billion is market area, and that's what we have to show you.
Okay, great. So it's launched a year before.
Pardon?
When did you start this?
We started during the month of September last year.
Last year. So what is the journey from then to today? Where is it standing in terms of sales and revenue?
By end of this March, we are confident of closing 25 lakhs of the revenue. But please understand that from September till December and then the products were in our R&D lab itself. But as we are parallelly creating awareness, and that's where we are able to meet so many clients in parallel who are interested in the quality, who are interested in the ESG norms, and that's where we are able to get a good amount of interest from them. Being the LTA, Brothers Bharat Letter. Bharat Letter actually they called us to do a KT to their electrical team about these two technologies.
Okay, good. So are there any competitors now in the market? So
we are dealing with the competitors like Procter & Gamble, Havels, who are in a completely different game zone. They are in a price competitive market.
Okay.
We are using that price is not a competitor for us. Our point is the quality and the peace of mind which we would like to offer it to our competitors.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So I'll just add one point. What about the price wise when you compare to the competitors?
We always talk from a quality point of view, but we are always going to get qualitative, premium compared to the existing one. But over a period of 2 years, we are guaranteeing that we will give the ROI will be getting it. We are giving two types of warranty. 5 year on the fixture warranty, but we can also in a position to give a warranty at illumination level, which no one can come closer to that illumination level warranty. No one can give, because by design LEDs are drops by 10% within 100 hours of installation.
So last question probably. Can we know the 2 threats that you have for your business? Threats, problem areas. Threats. Yeah.
Threats, money is always one which is going day by day shorter. The second is on the software side. So what we have done now is that we have solved the problem of fixture level, which is definitely a must solve. Now in the second phase, we are trying to bring the sensors and the software. But the sensors what we typically use across these are need to be again revisited to meet the Indian conditions, both from a municipal corporation point of view as well as industrial harsh conditions. So that's why we are spending more time, and that's why any additional money is required. If you have seen my comment, we are seeking more amount of money towards doing the R&D, because R&D is our continue to be a focus.
What's the valuation and what's the ask today? Sorry, it's the last question I'm sure.
Sorry, this is my 3 crores is what we are asking for.
Okay, that's for 30%.
Yes.
So what's the valuation? Valuation?
This is I guess 20% of equity what we are offering.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Team Techno and Gel. A big round of applause for them. Come on. And next we have is Tablion. The next startup is Tablion. So time for your pitch would be 5 minutes. You can wind it up in 2 minutes, and 3 minutes would be given for question and answers. Thank you.
What business?
And your 5 minutes starts now.
Generalism ತೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದು ಈಗ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ರು.
Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon judges. 2 years ago, when my family member wanted to advertise his business, due to unorganized and regionally controlled billboards, he suffered a lot. And that's the when Tablion bought as an idea, and we are here today to make it to reality. It's hard to find which billboards are available for booking today, and don't know where the billboards are located exactly. And there is no standard pricing upfront for booking the billboard. This is the reality of Indian billboard advertisement today. We have to depending on marketing agency, middlemen, just to book a billboard, right? We are living in 2026. From ordering food, booking a taxi, everything happens instantly. But booking a billboard still feels like we're stuck in 90s. No worry India, let me introduce Tablion, your marketing companion. We are the first tech players who is offering out-of-home and mobility advertisement on a single digital platform. Just think of a Tablion as your personal advertiser in your pocket. No more end discounts, no more confusions, no more middlemen. And you know what is the best part here? You can book a billboard just with a few clicks, just by sitting in your office, even from the comfort of your home. What used to take days, now it happens instantly.
So now, let's see how Tablion works. So this is our landing page. Here we have browse billboard section, vehicle ad section, mall ad section and map section. This is our search bar. Below the search bar, we have our trading and sponsored section, where the latest trending and sponsored ad spaces are mentioned. Here is our featured billboard list. So you can access this list and book the billboards. Similarly, we have vehicle advertising and mall advertising space. The next section is map section. This is the interactive map section. So all the ad spaces are located here using unique marker. So each marker has its own color. So you can filter it out easily. So we can just access the map, see the location, what kind of ad spaces we have. We can just get the details for the booking. Next, coming to search. Search is the most important part of any website, and so it is ours. So because it will help us to filter out the ad spaces for our campaign very easily. So here we have selected Bangalore. In Bangalore, I want to do mall ads. But what kind of mall ads I want to do? I want to do digital screen mall ads. Then we'll select our price. So within 30 seconds, we have filtered out our ad spaces for our marketing. Then coming to booking procedure. It is very simple. Here we just need to select our ad space. We'll start with adding our initial campaign date, then our campaign end date, and we will add our campaign information like campaign name, brand name, campaign description, and our contact information. Here we can already see the calculated rate of the total duration. So we'll click on book now. After clicking on book now, this will straight away go to the cart. Here in the cart, we can proceed with our checkout. So this is how Tableau works. Tableau this way creates simple, affordable and accessible way for physical marketing. So coming to the market reach, Indian advertising market reached approximately $16 billion in 2025. In that, Indian OH market is around 6,600 crores and which is growing at continuous rate of 12% year on year. This is mainly driven by digital OOH, digital out-of-home advertising. This is due to development in infrastructure like new metro lines and expansion in tier 2 and tier 3 cities.
And we all know that companies spend lakhs and crores on physical advertisements and on agencies. Why? Because advertisement is the fastest growing industry and companies are mainly shifting from print to digital and outdoor advertisements, and brands are targeting tier 2, tier 3 cities due to unorganized supply.
So coming to our market strategy, we aim to partner with 500 plus billboard, then fleet operators, 300 plus digital screens. Our target audience, FMCG, BFSI, EdTech, movie industry, any industry you take which has marketing in it, we'll be there for you. Then coming to the launch plan.
We are mainly planning to launch in tier 2, tier 3 cities and build strategic tie-ups with advertising agencies and media planners and pilot campaigns with local brands.
So how do we make money? We charge commission on every booking. We also provide subscription for advertisers and ad space owner. One of the special features is split board advertising for advertisers. Here, a billboard can be divided into multiple sections and can be used for multiple campaigns in a single time. Then we have digital promotion, printing, designing, auto renewal, regular updates, long-term booking, and so on. And coming to ad space owner, we have a special feature called auction. When enabled, this allows bidding on the ad space for the ad space owner. So any advertiser can come on a high traffic ad space and come and bid over here. Then we'll also provide maintenance, badges, verified badges and less commission. Let's redefine outdoor advertising together. My name is Ranjit and we are Team Tableau.
So I have 3 questions. The first one is, I feel it's still easy for me if I see the contactless, right? Just pick the phone and call them, and there's some price and we can negotiate. How does it better in this way actually? Because there are so many websites out there to book a billboard, right? How do you differentiate from the one which is there existing with you?
Thank you for the question, sir. So we are targeting mainly tier 2, tier 3 cities due to unorganized supply, and mainly targeting solo entrepreneurs or small startups also. So you know the billboard advertisers, so you can directly get contact with you. But we are looking for all the advertisers.
So the other one, are you planning for any 3D billboard like innovation, right? So you wanted to move to innovation. So currently we see like a digital screens, right, or the 2D. So can you have a 3D billboard, like if you look at in China and also they have like a 3D as if like a real picture is coming to the views, right?
Yes, so we are planning to onboard them also. Yesterday we talked to there is one vehicle 3D advertisement which is running around in Hubli. So the founder is Omkar, he is from Belgium. We talked to them and we are working.
Hello. I have a couple of questions. First one is, what does an agency provide that you don't?
What the agency provide, they create a package. Basically from marketing idea, from handling campaigns, everything they provide. We don't provide everything. We like directly provide advertiser to the straight ad space owner. Because like small business owners and solo entrepreneurs don't have that surplus amount to give to an ad agency. So they have some bit of creativity. Or some they want to publish a small ad. They can do it on our website. Because like marketing agency creating that kind of a package, it costs a lot of surplus amounts. Like for booking a billboard which costs like 1.5 lakh, with their package it would cost like around 4 lakhs. But the solo entrepreneur or small business doesn't want that. They just want to advertise their company in very reliable way.
So if you are targeting a digital board, there is no point in having just a photo. You would probably want to have an animated board, right? So if that is required, somebody has to create that animation. So does your website provide that support, or does the person has to do it on his own and then come to you with that?
As we grow, we'll definitely provide it. Currently, we are not providing that kind of a feature. But if we grow, this will help for us only. Right? If 3D animated billboards are there, 3D LED screens everywhere for billboards, and any kind of ad space is there, we will support it. Of course, we will support it because it will help for us only. And people will prefer like booking in something like 5 minutes. Like they have a design of their website, or they have design of their company or logo which they want to place near a mall, anywhere, wherever the ad space is, they can do it within 5 minutes.
Okay, I have an ad space with me. Why would I come to you and not go to a person with a foreign agency? See, you are telling me that you are going to, it will be cheaper for a person who is going to advertise, right? But me as an owner of an ad space, I have a building which has, let's say, a big ad space. Why would I come to you?
Not easier, sir. Like also easier, but affordable and easy to assess the process of booking a billboard.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Tabitha.
And so we are providing some unique features which we have mentioned in subscription that no other competitors are providing. So this will be helpful for both ad space owners and advertisers. This may helpful for you, sir.
Yeah, I think the idea is in stage now, not it's tested on the market, right? Okay, right. So it's a good idea because it works with the aggregator model, right? I just wanted to understand the team strength. So what experience you have, how deep is your expertise into it?
So, like, we had an experience, like my friend's uncle is in battery business. They produce batteries. So they want to advertise their company. So they are trying to ask for a billboard for booking to show their like company, to advertise their company, but they were not able to get it because they were not like previously acquainted with those person who are like middlemen between those billboards, because they don't have that initial contact. The middlemen will prefer their old customers more, so they did not even get a chance.
Okay, see, billboard is already selling will not come to you, or you have to pre-book his space at the rate that you want, right? For that you need a lot of funding. If I am a billboard vendor, I'm a billboard vendor in a particular area, and if I have a premier billboard, so if I have to sign up with you, you need to pay me in advance. That's one thing that you have to really look into it, right? Second, yes, there are seasons for the billboards. And if you're booking me for 12 months, then how do you manage your expenses for 6 months which is running dry? That's second. My opinions I'm talking, probably can take all these questions at the end. And third, the most important, this is probably this business is very easy to copy. Someone being great in technology, working on aggregator platform, for example, Swiggy, Zomato, Wheelside, Porter, all these aggregator platform. If they identify if there's a big business in the big market, they can easily copy because they already have expertise. So how are you looking at beating these problems?
So like you said, it is very easy to copy. Like we will have competitors, we have competitors, but most of them always target like metro cities. Nobody targets tier 2 or tier 3 cities, and these are the cities or these are the parts of the India where it is highly unorganized and people don't even try. They just want to grow in the main cities, metro cities. But if we are able to capture tier 2 and gain their support, we can grow anywhere. And the features which we are providing, like I said, the split billboard or the auctioning system, people will eventually like it. I know there is competition, but we can compete with them also, sir. Even they are at a very big scale.
Profit percentage that you're expecting to make out of it?
Profit percentage, so we are basically a primary source of revenue will be commission. So we will charge 5% from the ad space owner and the 5% from the advertiser. So that's how we'll earn.
If you're charging me 5% more, why will I come to you? If I am planning to have advertisement for my company.
If you take our subscriptions, so it will be, there is no commission charges, sir. It depends on what kind of, like if you take a subscription, it varies, sir. It will be reduced.
That's what I was clearly wanted to know. What's your percentage of profit that you want to make out of it? Right?
Thank you
Because
so much.
the discount that you have to pay, you would also discount me, right? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Avalon. And next startup is and we are a bit on time constraint, so you have to finish a pitch in 5 minutes. You will be having 2 minutes to wind it up and 3 minutes only for question and answer session. Thank you. And your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we're presenting an emotionally intelligent AI companion that helps people live calmer, more focused, and emotionally balanced lives through intelligent conversation and complete privacy. Next slide. Today, we are connected more than ever in any time in our human history. But still, loneliness is a huge problem, and it's not that great if it's not solved. I can read these stats all day, but if it's only meant to be read, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you. The solution the solution is, which is going to be an AI companion in your daily routine. So it's not going to be a transactional chat like ChatGPT or Gemini. Sorry if I'm taking the names. But this actually listens to you. It is context aware, memory aware, and it is going to talk to you as if it is your friend. Why? I can tell you about the market statistics anyways. I can find them on Google at any time. But the one thing which we are focusing on is stock. Why? Because I think that even if we are going aggressive, we are not going that aggressive. We know our potential, and hence we are aiming at 250 CR in 3 years, which is, I think, achievable if we are going to. The competition today, we've got plenty. We've got everyone. But there's 4 factors which we have pointed out. One is going to be affordable, productive, expensive, and overall wellness. Productive, we've got plenty of options, but again they're expensive. Overall wellness, again it's expensive. We've got affordable, but are they performing better in terms of emotional conversations? I don't think so. AI's friends are there, Kami AI is there. So these all are overall wellness platforms, but still they're not at a level where we want them to, and they do not have a multi-industry model, which I'm going to show you with the demo. So the business model is simple. So we're going to have a freemium model, subscription, and we're going to always have enterprise partnerships so that we have credibility from whoever we want to do business with. Market adoption, as simple as we can do. So before we build anything, we want to build a community so that tomorrow when the product is built, we don't want to see the customers hating the product or telling us it's useless because we haven't worked on the customer segment, understanding their pain points. So that is how we are going to approach the market. We're going to do content campaigns, micro-influencing, and obviously if we have the budget, we're going to run ads so that more people know. So this is our plan. This is how we want to approach our development. So we're going to start small. Right now we're in the beta stage of our product, which we are testing it with our users. Right now we have onboarded around 125 plus users as of now. So we're going to be selecting few individuals who are going to use it and test it and give us the feedback so that we are going to iterate it the next time we can come better. Hi, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely spiffing, Shetty. Just bubbling with digital delight and ready for whatever fun we can conjure up today. What's on your mind?
Right now, I'm attending a startup event and I want you to help me gain confidence in front of the investors or any dignitaries here.
Alright, Shetty, you've got this. Think of it like a game where you're the star player. Just remember to stand tall, make eye contact, and let your passion for your startup shine through. Imagine they're already super impressed because, well, you're awesome.
Also, can we talk in Kannada?
ಖಂಡಿತ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬಹುದು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ.
Can we talk in Hindi right now?
ಖಂಡಿತ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬಹುದು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಂದುವರಿಯಿರಿ.
You have 2 minutes to wind it up.
आप मुझे बता सकते हो कि मुंबई में आज वातावरण कैसा है?
एक बार रुकिए, मैं मुंबई में आज के मौसम की जानकारी ढूंढ रही हूँ। ओह, ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे अभी मुंबई के मौसम की जानकारी नहीं मिल पा रही है। शायद कुछ टेक्निकी गड़बड़ है। क्या आप कुछ और जानना चाहेंगे?
क्या हम तेलुगु में बात कर सकते हैं अभी?
శెట్టి మనం ఇప్పుడు తెలుగులో మాట్లాడవచ్చు. దయచేసి కొనసాగించండి.
So this is just the beginning, and with your support, I think we can grow better and make the startup a very unique one. So right now we're in our beta stage, and I would like to thank the institution and the partners here and the judges, everyone, for giving us this opportunity to be here and present what we have built. Also, I would like to bring in my co-founders, Manish Shetty and Rajesh, and I'm Smaran. So we stand here in front of you all, presenting you and no one else.
As the pitch was finished in just 6 minutes, so we have 1 extra minute for you. So for question and answer sessions, you will be having 4 minutes.
Okay, here's my first question. It's a great start. My first thing is, again, I wanted to ask, who's your target audience? Whom are you going to target now?
Competitor or target audience?
Yes. So target audience could be anyone who is suffering from mental health issues. But we think we need to start small. So I wouldn't say I think, but according to statistics, National Crime Bureau, they've reported that in 2023, there's been a lot of suicides. I do not remember the exact number, but it's a lot. We're going to target students.
Okay, now you are talking about some people.
When you did phone repair modify.
I didn't
understand. You actually tried it out with a bunch of people, right? 50 people.
So camera
I would say
one
that
plus
we have tried it within ourselves, and people who are concerned about the product
one power bank, one camera.
So we have tried it with them. The response is good, but still it is not enough to be at the market. So that is one thing we have seen. So we are iterating on that.
Okay, so do you know if, let's say if I have mental health issue,
yes,
I would be talking to a counselor, or a psychiatrist or a counselor. So for your model, does it have that quality of a counselor?
Sir, I wouldn't say it has the quality of a counselor, because there was a time, or there is always a time in everyone's life where they always want someone to be beside them whenever they want it. Maybe it could be 2 a.m. in the midnight, a busy afternoon, or any point of time in your life. At that time, finding a counselor, good luck, but this can stay. The mental illness, what we speak, isn't just about psychological things or stress, anxiety, depression, and all. It's purely about someone who can stay with you throughout your life journey. Because as everyone, we know that we can say our parents don't look after us for a particular period of time, but although they won't understand. Why? Because they see a particular part of you, not whole you. So the whole concept of stands is purely about understanding you as a person. Because everyone is individual and unique. That is our main, which is our mode.
Okay, so once you register as a person, does the AI, does it have a memory of what you have asked before, so that you can modify responses?
Yes sir, yes sir. Actually, I had told him to give the demo of the same thing. Yesterday, we had a talk with the So I had talked with about me fighting with my mom. I had been upset, and it was a casual conversation. And yeah, right now, if we open and ask about it, it's going to reply.
Okay. So a small request from the audience, please let us give some respect to these guys. I see a lot of people talking to each other. Please. So very good. I feel it is an AA buddy, right?
Yes.
AA buddy. Okay. So don't take it wrong. So what I feel today we are going into technologies. It definitely is good. Technology is very good. You are giving a companion who is going to give you, supporting you with the answers. What we are going actually, see, olden days like 20, 30 years, any problem is there, you go to somebody, right? Because they have the experience, they used to give that knowledge. So emotional connect is there. So slowly what we are doing, mostly we are depending on instruments. We are depending on the digital media.
No.
So don't you think that like we are slowly moving away from the human relations? So I feel I'm afraid about certain this kind of the section. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. You can answer the question, but this would be the last question.
Sir, we ask that ourselves every single day when we wake up. Is it really worth building a technology that replaces human effort? Sir, I would like to say this, that social media gives us visibility but not vulnerability. Messaging apps gives you speed but not depth. And likewise, AI tools can give you transactional information but not empathy. And that is where we come in. We are building an emotional companion, which means that we are not actually replacing human effort, but we are actually reducing the friction between yourself and your brain and your heart, your thoughts. Basically, that is what we are trying to do.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, for the amazing pitch. And as we are running short of the time, I'm really sorry, but we need to take a lunch break. So before that, I would like to call Mr. Rohan Kulkarni to introduce you the 10 challenges.
Thank you. It's a lunch break, and I request you all to please come back quickly as we are short of time. And I want to introduce this 10 challenges, what exactly we are going to do. These are the challenges given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and in British Prime Minister. And these challenges, there will be 10 teams, 5 on the stage and 5 here. And in every team, there will be one entrepreneur, one startup, students, and size of around 7 to 8 people will be sitting in this team. And the moderator is Dr. Sai Kumar. Every team will get a problem and you will identify the solution. Maybe 5 to 6 solutions you will identify, and there will be a team leader who will jot down all the solutions, and he will be part of this panel discussion. Whatever solutions you have identified, these solutions are going to go to PMO office and Karnataka State Government office also. So please participate. I want the whole crowd back. Don't move around after the lunch. Please come back here. See you back at sharp 3 o'clock.
Alright, and we would really like to thank our jury, but the felicitation would be done after lunch. So I would request you all to come back again and join us here. Thanks a lot for such amazing pitches, and thanks a lot the jury for curating such beautiful questions. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone. It's a half an hour lunch break, so please wind up the lunch and come as soon as possible because we have so many things lined up. Thank you.